Attention to all students of our grade school in grade 6, both boys and girls, offering mathematics in bilingual. Assalamu alaikum to you all. I hope you are all safe in your various homes. Once again, I'm your regular teacher and my name is Teacher Jeremiah Ankra. This morning, I'm going to introduce to you a new lesson which is being facilitated by the board chairman of our grade school, Mr. Yunus Arabi, through electronic transmission model in order to enhance your abilities and capabilities and to bring your studies to you all students in your various homes. I strongly believe this morning you are all seated, glued to your tables and chairs with your notebook and pens and your addressor all on your tables, ready for this new lesson. Once again, thank you for attention and thank you for staying glued to your tables and chairs. Fractions. Things you might need to be able to do with fractions. 1. Know the all-important fractions lingo. 2. Know how to find the fraction of a quantity. 3. Know all about equivalent fractions so you can simplify. 4. Understand proper and improper fractions. 5. Know how to add, subtract, multiply and divide using decimals. 6. Understand the relationship between fractions, decimals and percentages. And so without much ado, let us get on with it. 1. Fractions lingo. When we talk about fractions lingo simply means talking about what? The top and bottom of a fraction. When you talk about fractions lingo, it simply means talking about the top and the bottom of a fraction. For example, on this screen, we have 3 over 4. We have 3 over 4. We all know that the top is called the numerator and the down is called the denominator. So instead of using numerator and denominator, you continue to be using what? Top and bottom to represent numerator and denominator. 2. Fraction of a quantity. There is a simple method which always works with these types of what? Questions. 1. Divide by the bottom. When you divide by the bottom, it simply means you find the value of one fraction. And 2. Multiply the top. And when you multiply the top, gives you the value of the number of fractions you need. Let's look at example 1. What is 3 over 4 of 24? What is 3 over 4 of 24? That is the question. 1. If you divide the quantity 24 by the denominator of the fraction, and the denominator of the fraction is 4, it tells you that the value of 1 over 4. It tells you the value of 1 over 4. So that means 24 divided by 4. And 24 divided by 4, the answer is equal to 6. So you could see that 1 over 4 has given us an answer of what? 6. From the 24 divided by 4. 2. But we don't want the 1 over 4. We want what? 3 over 4. Since we don't want 1 over 4 and we want 3 over 4, therefore we have to multiply our answer 6 by the numerator 3. We have to multiply our answer 6 by the numerator 3. Therefore, 6 multiplied 3 is equals to 18. So you could see that 3 over 4 has given us an answer of what? 18. Example 2. Find 5 over 7 of 2.436 kilogram. And here we have been instructed to give our answer in grams. We have been instructed to give our answer in grams. So first and foremost, we need to change the kilogram into grams. So to change kilogram into grams, we have to multiply the 2.436 by what? 1000. So if you multiply 2.436 times 1000, it will give us 2436. So you could see that 2.436 kilogram is equals to what? 2436 gram. Then we divide the bottom, and the bottom is 7. The bottom of the fraction is 7. So we divide the bottom 2436 divided by 7. And 2436 divided by 7, we have to use long division. And when we divide 2436 by 7 by using long division, it's equals to 348. It's equal to 348. So we could see that 5 over 7 has given us what? 1740. How do we get that? We multiplied the 348 by the numerator 5. So 348 multiplied by 5, it gives us an answer of 1740 grams. Equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are just fractions which have exactly the same value. So fractions that have exactly the same value are called equivalent fractions. You need a good knowledge of equivalent fractions when you are simplifying your answers, and also when you are adding and subtracting fractions. And here is the rule. Whatever you multiply or divide the top by, do exact same to the bottom. Whatever you multiply or divide the top by, you have to do the same also to the bottom. Example 1. 2 over 7 is equals to dash over 21. So there is a question mark, and beneath the question mark we have what? 21. So we need to find what? That missing answer over there. Now you need to ask yourself, what has been done to the 7 to make it 21? And then you do the same also to the top. Then you do the same thing also to the top. So you could see that over here, the bottom 7 was multiplied by 23, give us an answer of 21. Then we also multiply the top also by 3, and it will also give us 6. So 2 over 7 is equal to 6 over 21. So the missing answer is 6. Then example 2. 49 divided by 70 is equal to 7 over dash, a question mark. Then you ask yourself, what has been done to the 49 to make it 7? Then we do the same to the bottom. So you could see that at the top 49 was divided by 7 and the answer is 7. Then we at the bottom we also divide 70 by 7 and it will also give us an answer of 10. Example 3. Simplify 48 over 54. We are looking to make the fractions as simple as possible. That is, contain the smallest possible whole numbers. We need a number that can divide both the top and the bottom by a factor of both. We stop dividing when the top and the bottom do not share any more fractions. And here, it doesn't matter how long it may take. So 48 divided by 54. First and foremost, let's begin with 2. So 48 divided by 2. 2 will cancel 4. 2 will cancel 8, 4. So 48 divided by 2 has been reduced to 24. Then 54 divided by 2. 2 will go into 5 how many times? 2 times, that gives us 4. By using the long division, we write the 4 below the 5. We subtract 5 minus 4 will give us 1. Then we shift the 4 down to join the 1, giving us 14. And 2 will go into 14 to be 7. So 54 has been reduced to 27. So 48 divided by 54 has been reduced to 24 over 7. Then we divide both the top and the bottom by 3. And 24 divided by 3 is equals to 8. And 27 divided by 3 is also equals to 9. So 54 over 58 first was reduced to 24 over 27. And 24 over 27 has also been reduced to 8 over 9 as our final answer. 4. Proper and improper fractions. In the proper fraction, the bottom is bigger than the top, like 3 over 4. So you could see that 4 is bigger than the 3. In an improper fraction, the top is bigger than the bottom, like 9 over 7. As an example, the 9 is bigger than the 7. Sometimes improper fractions are written as mixed number fractions, like example 3 whole number 2 over 7. You need to be able to switch between improper and the mixed number fractions. Let's look at the example. On this screen, example 1. Write 22 over 5 as a mixed number fraction. So here we have 22 lots of what? 1 over 5. In other words, how many 1 over 5 do we need to make one whole? So that means 5 will go into 22 how many times? That is 4 times. That will give us 20. Then 22 minus 20 will give us 2. So 5 will go into 22 4 times, leaving a remainder of 2. So 22 over 5 is equal to 4 whole number, 2 over 5. The 4 is the whole number. The 4 represents the number of times that 5 goes into 22. And the 2 is the remainder. Example 2. Write 3 whole number 5 over 8 as an improper fraction. Right now we have what? 3 whole ones and 5 lot of 1 over 8. Meaning, how many lot of 1 over 8 are there in each whole? So here, we multiply 3 by 8. We multiply 3 by 8, which is equals to 24. We multiply 3 by 8, which is equals to 24. Then we add 5. We add 5 to the 24 to give us what? 29. So 3 whole number 5 over 8 is equals to 29 over 8. 5. Adding, subtracting, multiply and dividing fractions. Don't mix up your rules for adding and subtracting with those for multiplication and division. Let's look at adding and subtracting. When it comes to adding and subtracting, you need to follow the basic rules. 1. Change any mixed number fractions into improper fractions, that is top heavy fractions. And 2. Choose a number that both denominators go into, that is are factors of. And 3. Use your scales of equivalent fractions to make both fractions have that chosen number as the denominator. And 4. Add or subtract the numerators together. Keep the denominator the same and simplify. Now, most students do these common mistakes. 1 over 3 plus 1 over 5. And here they add the top. They add the top fractions and add the bottom fractions. So for example, 1 over 3 plus 1 over 5, they write as 2 over 8, which is basically wrong. This is not accepted anywhere in mathematics. So let's look at the best way let's look at the best way in dealing with this type of fractions. On this screen you have an example. 3 whole number 1 over 3 minus 4 over 5. The first thing to do is to change the mixed number fraction. You have to change the mixed number fraction 3 whole number 1 over 3. So you multiply 3 by 3, that is 9, plus 1, that will give you 10. So 3 whole number 1 over 3 is equal to 10 over 3. Then 2, choose a number both denominators are factors of. So that are factors of 3 and 5. So denominators that are factors of 3 and 5 are both factors of what? 15. Then 3, change both fractions so they have 15 on the bottom. So you could see that 10 over 3, both 10 over 3, we multiply the top by 5. If we are multiplying the bottom by 5 to get 15, we have to do the same thing also to the top. So 10 also multiplied by 5 is equal to 50. So 10 over 3 now is equal to 50 over 15. Then 4 over, we do the same thing also to the fraction on your right. We multiply the bottom by 3, which is 5 times 3, giving us 15. Then we multiply the top also 4 by 3, giving us 12. So 4 over 5 is equals to 12 over 15. Then for what do? We subtract the tops, leaving the bottom. Because the bottoms are what? 15, 15. So we leave the bottom and then we deal with the top. So we subtract the tops. So 50 over 15 minus 12 over 15 is equals to 38 over 15. Because 50 minus 12 is equals to 38. And both the bottom are 15, 15. So we leave the 15. So 38 over 15. And 15 will go into 38 2 times. That is 30. And 38 minus 30 will give us 8. So 38 divided by 15 is equals to 2 whole number 8 over 15. Multiply and dividing. How to multiply fractions? 1. Change any mixed number into improper fractions. Then 2. Multiply tops together and multiply bottoms together. Then 3. Simplify your answer. example 1 on this screen. 2 over 5 multiplying 1 whole number 3 over 4. The first thing to do is to change the mixed number fraction, and the mixed number fraction is 1 whole number 3 over 4. So we change 1 whole number 3 over 4 into an improper fraction, which is we multiply 1 by 4, which is 4, then plus 3 giving us 7. So 1 whole number 3 over 4 is equal to 7 over 3. Then 2, we multiply the tops together and bottoms together. So we have 7 over 3. We have 2 over 5 multiplying 7 over 4. So we have 2 over 5 multiplying 7 over 4. So you could see that 1 whole number 3 over 4 is equal to 7 over 4, not 7 over 3. It's equal to 7 over 4. So we multiply the tops together and bottoms together. So we repeat the 2 over 5, and then we multiply the 7 over 4, which is now an improper fraction. Then we multiply the top, and then we multiply the bottom. So 2 multiply 7 is equal to 14, and 5 multiply 4 is equal to 20. Then we simplify. So 2 will go into 14 7 times, 2 will go into 20 10 times. So it is equal to 7 over 10. Then how to divide fractions? Point 1. Change mixed number fractions. Then again, flip the second fraction upside down. What does it mean to flip the fraction upside down? It means change the position of the top and then the bottom. The top becomes the bottom, and then the bottom becomes the top. Then 2, change the division sign to a multiply. That is multiplication. And then 3, multiply and simplify. On this screen, we have, as an example 2, we have 3 whole number 2 over 7 dividing 5 over 6. Like I said earlier on, we need to change the mixed number fraction. So 3 whole number 2 over 7 is equal to 23 over 7. 3 multiplied 7 is 21. 21 plus 2 is equal to 23. So we have 3 whole number 2 over 7 is equal to 23 over 7. Then we flip the second fraction. 5 over 6, we change the position of 5 over 6. 5 becomes the bottom and 6 becomes the top. So 5 over 6 has been changed to 6 over 5. Then we change the sign, the division sign, to multiplication. So we have 23 over 7 multiply 6 over 5. Then we finish it off by multiplying, and then we simplify. So 23 over 7 multiply 6 over 5. We multiply the tops. 23 multiply 6 is equals to 138. And 7 multiply 5 is equals to 35. So we have 138 divided by 35. 35 will go into 138 3 times. That gives us 105. Then 138 minus 105 will be left with 33. So 138 divided by 35 is equals to 3 whole number 33 over 35. Fractions, decimals, and percentages. Fractions, decimals, and percentages. Fractions, decimals, and percentages are closely related to each other, and you need to be comfortable changing between each of them. And I strongly believe this diagram will go a long way to help you students. Follow the arrows depending on what you need to change, and follow the numbers for examples below. Fractions. 1. To change a decimal to percentage, you multiply by 100. And to change a percentage to a decimal, you divide by 100. And 3. To change a decimal to fraction, write it as a fraction over 10, 100, or 1000, depending on the number of decimal places, and then you simplify. And then 4. Fraction to decimals. Convert the fractions so it is over 100, and then divide the top by 100, or just divide the top by bottom. And then 5. Fractions to percentage. Convert the fraction so it is over 100, or change to decimal and then multiply by 100. And then 6. Percentage to decimal. Write the percentage over 100 and then simplify. On this screen, you have some examples on the screen. Question 1. What is 0.364 as a percentage? Just multiply by 100 and be careful with the decimal point. So 0.364 multiplied by 100 because they said as a percentage, and it is equals to 36.4%. Then 2, convert 8.3% into decimal. In other words, divide 8.3 by 100. Just divide by 100, and again be careful with the decimal point. So 8.3 divided by 100 is equals to 0.083. It's equals to 0.083. Then 3, write 0.16 as a fraction. There are 2 decimal places, so write it over what? 100. So we write 0.6 is equals to 16 over 100. Then we simplify. We can start with 2. 2 will cancel 16 to be 8. 2 will cancel 100 to be 50. Then we continue with our 2 again. 2 will cancel 8 to be 4. 2 will cancel 50 to be 25. And we can also use 4. 4 will cancel 16 and 100 one time only. 4 will cancel 16 4. 4 will cancel 100 25. So you could see that by using 4 has cancelled 16 and 100 one time only, also giving us 4 over 25. Then 4, write 13 over 20 as a decimal. We need to change the bottom of the fraction to 100, remembering to do the same to the top. So 13 over 20, we multiply the bottom by 5, giving us 100, and then we'll do the same also to the top. We multiply 13 also by 5, giving us 65. So 13 over 20 has changed to 65 over 100. Then we divide the top of our fraction by 100, and then we have our answer. So if we divide 65 by 100, it's equal to 0.65. Then 5, write 5 over 8 as a percentage. It is not easy to change this fraction over 100. So what do? We use long division. So the 8 will be outside and the 5 will be inside. So by using long division, 5 divided by 8 is equals to 0.625. They said as a percentage. So we multiply the 0.625 by 100. And that is equals to 62.5%. Then 6, what is 12.5% as a fraction? First and foremost, fellow students, start by writing the percentage over 100. So 12.5 over 100. Then we need to simplify. But the decimal point makes it hard. So why not multiply the top and bottom by 2? So we need to do away with the decimal point. So we multiply the top, the 12.5 by 2, and then we'll do the same also to the bottom by multiply 100 also by 2. So 12.5 times 2 will give us 25, and 100 also times 2 will give us 200. So we have 25 over 200. Then we simplify. So 5 will cancel 25 to be 5. 5 will cancel 200 to be 40. We continue with the 5. 5 will cancel 5 to be 1. 5 will cancel 40 to be 8. And if you know your times table offhand, my fellow student, 25 will cancel 200 8 times. And it will also give us 1 over 8. That's our final answer. Thank you for listening. And I believe this lesson will be a great help to you all students of our grade school. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for staying glued to your tables and chairs with your notebooks and pens. And I strongly believe you've been able to write down some very important points from this lesson. Once again, have a wonderful day and stay safe at your various homes. May Almighty Allah bless us and protect us all. Thank you for listening.